Like 100% fit.
I don't know. It's one of those injuries. I guess it's just going to nag for a long time. I felt you start to hear rumors around the locker room with guys talking, fans starting to talk. Is he really hurt? Is he not hurt? And that bugs you. That's one thing that I don't like when people judge or question that. I've always felt that I give 100%. I want people to know that when I go out there, I want to play. It's not like I wanted to sit on the bench and watch the team lose for 6 weeks or whatever it was. I probably came back a little bit too early, and it hurt me, pretty bad with numbers wise, and the team as well. I think the way I look at it is you want a player on the ice that's 100% to get you wins, but some people thought that me being at 70, 80, 90% was better than having another guy step in. So take it for what it's worth, but I think we should have if we get a few wins during that stretch when I'm hurt, I think it's a different ball game when I come back. When I come back, we're already on a big losing streak, and the guys were, by then it was just about over as is.
Wait, are you 100% now though? This is the question.
I'm feeling pretty good. You go to the gym and you go for a run or bike or do whatever. It feels okay, but I haven't skated since the season's been over, so I've been trying to take some serious time off and doing some exercises that the physio's given me, and maybe might play in these university games in early May in Sheffield. So we'll go up there and try to get on the ice here in the last week of April and test it a little bit and see how it feels.
That's right then. I mean, when you came back from injury, you weren't able to stop this rot that had sort of cursed the side throughout 2009, dare I say. What can you put your finger on as the reason why the team was performing in such a way?
I think maybe lack of preparation was a big thing for us. With so many players coming in and out, and by the time we did get a full roster, I don't even know, the deadline was first week of February or something. When you have so many players coming in and out, revolving door, for guys to get on the same page it's tough. You need time. Other teams are practicing hard, getting better, working on things every day, where we would kind of show up. I think we lacked some professionalism in practices, and we thought the season was probably over before it really was. I think if we give up a goal early in the game or maybe went down 2-0, we felt like we couldn't come back. Where earlier in the year, we were a resilient hockey team. We'd be down and come back, end up winning hockey games. I think Nottingham for the Challenge Cup, we were down 3-1 to them going into the third and beat them 5-3. So pinpoint it, put your finger on it. I just think lack of preparation with practice and guys not being held accountable. Guys, we make the same mistakes time and time again, but we don't have enough players to really bench guys or sit guys and set them straight and let them know what's going on. So it just kind of caught up with us, a lot of bad habits, maybe some guys taking shortcuts, and it's not going to win you hockey games when other teams are fighting for playoff spots.
Is this the most challenging team you've ever played alongside then?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say because with the number of players, like I said, again, guys are going to get tired. And when you start getting tired, mentally fatigued, you're going to make mental mistakes out there. It's not because the guy's not trying hard or whatever. When you only have 4 defensemen, it's tough. You know the guys pretty well by the end of the season. But then again, when the guy's got to play 30 minutes, I don't know how some guys did it this year. It's we had 2 lines sometimes, 2.5 lines and 4D. And guys are giving it their all, but when they're tired and they're playing that many minutes, you can only expect for mistakes to be made. And you can't blame anybody. You just hope to talk to them and say, hey, maybe we could have did this, maybe we could have did that. Or I really think our biggest thing was with practice. You practice the way you play, and I'm a big believer in that. And when we'd come out Saturday nights, we'd go down maybe one or two, and next thing you know, we just maybe kind of not roll over, but if they scored a third one, the nail was in the coffin, and that was it.
I mean, for a player like yourself who seems to really thrive on the competition and being always involved in the game, and you're seeing your team go 2 down, and straight away, were you frustrated with the dip of the rest of the players as they were sort of dropping off, thinking, "Oh, we'll try again tomorrow night"?
Yeah, that is frustrating from just a professional standpoint. It's different, like I said, from maybe back home where you have a coach come in and really rip into you and step up, and you got to be held accountable. You got to go out there, and from a goalie standpoint as well, that you better not give up another soft one, or it might be lights off for you for a couple of weeks. So, maybe just the lack of intensity, I guess you could say. Guys maybe joking around a little bit too much, or we're all professional when it's time, when the puck drops, I guess you could say. But I think you just can't flip a switch. There was a lot of times we went out there joking around maybe before the game, and then we were expecting to flip a switch where we should have been more mentally focused, ready to go. And had a better game plan with how to approach these guys, because when they'd come out and tear us apart pretty quick, and we had no trump card for them.
Do you feel the players respected Eric as a coach on the whole?
Yeah, with Eric, it's always tough being a player and getting thrown into that role. I think not only is it because he's my roommate, but he's one of the guys you joke around, you have fun. It's like when a assistant coach gets promoted to head coach. You're always friends with the assistant coach. You BS with them. You tell jokes. He tells jokes, whatever. And then when he gets thrown into the head shopping role, there's always that fine line. It's a pretty big gray area of what can go on and what can't. With Eric, Cornish and Chambers all being the coaches with Eric, it's just, what do you do? It's some guys, you can't really bench guys when you have 4 defensemen and 2 lines. Then again, some guys, I don't know if the care factor was always there. So he got put in a really tough position. I feel for him. I think the guys I know, speak personally, I know I respected him. I think, for what he's been put through the last 3 years in Basingstoke, I can't believe he's been around for that long. But for the most part, I think the guys, I look up for him. He leads by example, and I wish that more guys gave the effort that he gave every night.
You mentioned about this effort thing. I mean, all the time we were hearing rumours throughout the season on the internet forums about players going drinking before games and nights after games and nights before games. I mean, were these rumours true? Could this be one of the reasons why the team may not have performed as well as it did, or are the rumours just a load of BS?
I can only speak personally for myself. I mean, I'm a pretty low-key guy. I was one of the only guys here with a significant other with me, so we take it pretty easy. I'm professional about games. I don't like to go out and have too much fun. There's a time and a place for everything. When you're a hockey player, some guys might have, and it catches up with you. Obviously, in the long run, I think early in the season you can get away with it a little bit, and you're going. You might go out and have a little fun one night, but if you're doing it on a constant basis, it is going to catch up with you. Did some guys do it? Yeah, maybe they did. I don't know. But there's a lot of things that get put on the forums that people can have a real tendency to blow out of proportion really quick. And I think for the most part, guys, you want to take pride in what you do and be professional. Maybe, if there's a special occasion, they might add a glass of wine or maybe a beer, but beyond that, speaking for myself, I live with Eric Braff, so he's a pretty low-key guy as well. But you just want to go out there as the season goes on. I guess it's tougher when you're losing, but you want to be prepared for every game and give yourself the best chance to win.
Let's look on your year here as a whole. Did you actually enjoy your time here despite all these problems?
Same thing, yes and no, I guess. On the ice, it was tough. It was really tough towards the end of the year. Off the ice, I had a blast. I think England was a great choice for me. Taking trips, London being so close. Last week I went to Barcelona for a little while. Christmas I got to go to Paris. You go down to the Isle of Wight, go to Needles. London's great. You get to see a lot of good places. Still going to go to Bath. Hopefully go to Oxford, do a little punting. Next week or Thursday I leave to go to Brussels, Bruges, and Amsterdam for 4 or 5 days. So. I think as a whole, it's been a great experience. It's been a great learning curve or a learning experience. I think I'll come out of this a stronger person. On the ice, you gotta, how you deal with people, how you trust people. It's been a heck of an experience with paperwork, and I don't know. I think you like to say you keep in contact with a lot of people, but just the people around the team itself, guys. There's so many people that do so many things for this hockey team. Al Parrott, Skinsey, Caddy, guys in the locker room, they do the laundry every night. They're hanging your gear. They vacuum the room, and they can't even get a 20-pound detergent receipt paid for. It's bad. But there's other people around the rink, Supporters Club. They do a good job, and the families we've met here, Jim and Di Delaney, they've been like a second family to me. They do so many things that make our life a lot easier, and it's been a good time.